All right, we're back with Anthony Hamilton, and we got another great episode. Anthony, what do we got?
We're going to talk about something I think is incredibly important, often overlooked, that you and I both actually just learned together not too long ago. We learned this from a restaurateur out in LA, and they talked about this, and I think we were both mind blown. So it's about time we talk about it.
Oh, name names.
Josh Kopel.
Yeah,
Josh.
Great human being. Awesome podcast. Check out his stuff. Definitely a good guy. His contact info will be in the show notes.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you hang out with and like you think you know the game, and then you hang out with him and you walk away scratching your head like, dang, do I really know the game?
Oh, yeah. It's like, I've been playing checkers.
Yeah.
And he's playing chess.
Yeah.
Like, it's just at a whole nother level.
That's it, man. This guy's, he's something. So you guys can catch him on some old shows that we were lucky enough to join. We were lucky enough that he joined us on, and then you can catch us on Restaurant Marketing School via Yelp, right?
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, good stuff, man. We had a lot of fun with that. So anyway, he was talking about his restaurants out there, and I couldn't help but kind of talk further on this because I don't know that we really kind of elaborated on it to the level that we should. So I want to talk about make waiting for a table nice on a busy night.
Imagine a perfect world where you can build a restaurant, open the doors, and make loads of money. Unfortunately, those days are over. It takes great leadership, hard work, and long hours to operate a successful restaurant. Together, we can make it happen. This is Restauranttopia.
What's your experience waiting for a table on a busy night?
So it's across the board. But first, let's break down the customer. On a busy night, so you're assuming Friday, Saturday, it's date night, you're not looking for efficiency. Like, you're not looking like, I got to get in and got to get out. But I'm looking for the experience. Quickness is not necessarily
Bestness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we could have a conveyor belt of food that just shoots it into your mouth. Like, it doesn't make it better.
That sounds like a cool concept, actually. The fat kid in me is like screaming, yes, I want that now.
I have seen everything from the sad benches in the waiting area with no drinks, no food, no snacks.
No hospitality.
Staring at other people who are also hungry.
Yeah, the stare is for real, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's like, you're mad because you held the door open for somebody and then they got their name in before you.
Oh, my God.
Right? You know what I'm talking about?
No, it just happened to me the other day at the DMV.
Yeah.
I held the door open for some nice old lady, and she beat me up there, and like, I didn't think that through.
Yeah.
It cost me 15 minutes, but I still do the good deed.
Yeah. She needs like 75 steps done.
And she's trying to buy lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same thing. Oh, go ahead, sir. You only have one item. And it's like, can we do a price check? He's got to go back and get the other avocado because this is one's not the correct one.
You got played.
Yeah.
No, it happened. So you're right about that. So they sit you and they kind of cast you off, right? Because you're not part of the party yet. It's kind of like you're the outcast. It's not your turn to be a part of the party yet.
You're on deck.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is fine. And it's worked that way for a lot of years. But there's a lot here that we need to unpack. What about if you made that experience nice for people, right? That's the thing I never really thought about. From the hospitality standpoint, we're always trying to make experiences memorable, but not that one.
Yeah.
That one doesn't count yet. But I had to look at it and say, I have customers in my door ready to spend money.
Yep.
I don't have a place to sit them to get them dinner. So what are my options here? Most restaurants, what do? Yeah, you can have a seat at the bar or you can wait outside, which sucks in Cleveland in January, by the way.
And you're basically giving them the opportunity to leave and go to your competition.
Yeah, could be. Absolutely. So, and not only that, but what bar has a lot of available seating on a Saturday night? Not many.
Not many, no.
Not many, no. So you just go stand there awkwardly with your coat on and just kind of wander around like, just like a turd in a punch bowl there, and...
That is awkward.
Yeah, super awkward. And you're just kind of floating around and you're just dreaming of the day they call your name, or one of those seats on the sad benches open up so you can sit down and feel like you have a stake in the game, right? That happens all the time. But there's a lot of restaurants out there that have a lot more real estate than what they give themselves credit for. In fact, I just saw one the other day. I was like, my God, you could transform half this space. They had a bar that they use in the summertime that sits off to the side. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why don't you open that thing up and make it like the nicest lobby you've ever seen? Like, give the people a lounge to hang out with, and specifically for people like this, people waiting for tables. And oh, by the way, maybe you dedicate someone to them to make sure, like a host or even a server that shares in a tip pool or something. I don't know. This is idealistic, I understand. But have someone there that takes care of them. Give them something.
Yes, give them something. Josh had a pro tip when we were on restaurant marketing school, which I was just blown away by. Share that story with our listeners.
So he found a bottle of Bubbles, a California sparkling wine, that was like the best value ever. I think he was paying like $6 a bottle for it.
Yeah.
But in a blind tasting, it was really, really good. They're out there, I promise you. There's some sort of
for sure.
Prosecco or something you can get your hands on that checks all the boxes, and it's quite delicious when served ice cold, right? And that's what he would do. He'd give them away for free. So you come sit down, he would take them off to the side, put them in nice. Now he's in LA, so they got a really nice place to put them, right? You can put them out on the curb and it's still nice, right?
Yeah.
So we're a little different in Cleveland. You might have to have a vestibule or an outdoor tent that we got for COVID or something, but we can use those. And he would give them a free glass of bubbles. Mm-hmm. What a better way to warm up the customer, right? I don't know anybody who's got a glass of champagne in their hand, they're in a bad mood.
It's such a pro move, but also you can take that one step further. This person who is on your patio waiting for their table wants to be served. So can you sell them an appetizer? Can you sell them a craft beer? Is there something else that you can sell them that will make their experience better?
Yeah, and so there's a little bit to unpack there too, because what happens the minute we sit people down at their tables, what do they expect?
They want service.
Full service,
Yeah.
right? On a busy night in a restaurant, the flow of the dining room is everything, right? I've done crazy amounts of numbers that went very silky smooth, and I've done half that was an unmitigated train wreck.
Yeah.
It all depends on how the business falls a lot of the time. So you have to have someone up there controlling traffic. And if you have your hosts on a Saturday night at the host stand all alone with no management intervention, shame on you, right? Always have a manager up there directing traffic and making sure the flow of the restaurant is conducive for servers giving good service and cooks cooking good food.
Yep.
It's simple, right? But we miss the mark a lot of times. So anyway, the minute you sit them down, they expect food and service immediately. On a busy night, you have an inexperienced host or hostess up front. You have a customer come in from the cold. My reservation's at 7 o'clock. It's 7:10. Why am I not sitting down? The host or hostess doesn't have the professional wherewithal to say, oh, it's just going to be a couple more minutes. We want to make sure we do this the right way. And they don't have the savvy to take care of this guest in the right way. What do? They panic and seat them, right? It's, oh my God, we got an open table. Like, I'll bust it real quick and we'll get you sat down. But what happens is starts to snowball. Server now gets double or triple sat, right?
Yep.
So they collect tickets. And then they drop all 3 tickets on the kitchen at the exact same time as opposed to spacing them out and staggering them. Now the kitchen's dealing with that flood. And by the way, it's going to happen to more than one server if it's happened to one.
Yep.
So then all of a sudden the kitchen keeps getting bunches of tickets. So now they get log jammed back there. So now service is slow because by the time I took the order for the first table, I got to the second table, I got to the third table. It's been 10 minutes since I talked to that first table and I haven't even punched their order in yet.
Yeah.
So now they're already 10 minutes behind the 8 ball. And oh, by the way, the kitchen's now 20 minutes behind because of what we did. So now they're 30 minutes behind before they even got their fork out. They're 30 minutes behind. Doesn't sound like a recipe for success, does it?
No, and that's why the holding area that's well designed is so critical. You can put high top tables up there. You can definitely have an area that is dedicated to hospitality.
Yeah.
Giving those people what they want, but also not breaking your own system.
Yeah. I'm not even opposed to reserving part of the bar for this or whatever the case may be, because I know it's you're shortchanging yourself in immediate revenue via a couple of drinks, but you're also serving a party of 6 that's going to spend a tremendous amount of money, you know? So there's some trade-off there. And again, I know this is idealistic, but I beg the listeners out there to think about this and don't just dismiss it right away. Like, oh, I don't have a room or I couldn't do this. Think about how you can do this because I think this notion is so incredibly valuable to the hospitality.
I love what you said about COVID. You pivoted. You figured things out during COVID. You were the ultimate entrepreneur as a restaurateur. You figured things out. You can do this now. And there are ways to do it that really work for your operation. You just got to think outside the box.
Yeah, no question. And a lot of times we think of those extra tables. Like, so let's say we have an outdoor patio that's warmed and everything else. And we look at it and we say, wow, we could 8 more tables out of that. Imagine what the sales we can do. And it's great. You can do those sales, but at what cost?
Yeah.
Your staff's already maxed out. So now you're just going to dump 8 more tables on top of them because you want to make a couple more bucks.
Yeah.
How about enriching the experience of the people that are there and make it better and get money that way? Because I guarantee the money spent, or the money you get that way is going to reciprocate repeat business because their experience is going to be absolutely incredible. When you're just log jamming the system with extra revenue, the repeat business propensity goes down.
No, and you can create areas in your restaurant that are, like a step and repeat area or a place where you can take photos.
I have that in my notes. The photo op place.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely. Let them kill time in a fun way.
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And there's other games and stuff that people can play that are entertaining, and it keeps people moving and distracted.
Yeah. Like if you put Pop-A-Shot out there, I'm just going to play Pop-A-Shot the entire time. Like my family go eat dinner and I'm just going to play Pop-A-Shot repeatedly, right? And see if I can beat the high score.
There you go.
But that being said, man, so here all of a sudden now we take that outdoor patio with those few extra tables and we use that as our hospitality space, our lobby space for waiting diners. We give them a glass of champagne. Now they're in absolutely zero hurry. They're taking pictures, they're bantering, they're laughing, they're giggling. It's comfortable. They got free stuff. Man, are we starting off in the right way compared to the other way we did it?
Oh, think about the interaction that you have with the guest and the 2 ways to do it. your table is ready. Is it the death stare? Why did it take so long? Or is it like, oh, already? This is great.
Exactly,
That's
my
the
man.
difference.
Exactly,
That's the
my
difference.
man. Right. Well said. I can't even top that, right? But what also, too, what happens is now those people are so much more patient based on what you just said. Now, as the architect of the dining room and the flow of service, now I can leverage that to my gain. So maybe table 23 is ready, but my customers are out in the hospitality area, wherever it is, enjoying a glass of champagne. I don't have to seat them right now.
Yeah.
I can let my staff catch up. I can take the temperature of the room and say, you know what, this section's really behind. I need them to retool. I need them to reset.
Yep.
I need the kitchen to slow down a little bit. I can use that time, 3, 4, 5 minutes here and there to maintain the great positive and churning flow of my kitchen and my dining room as I need it to go to deliver the best experience to everybody at the same time.
And if you are slowing down the pitch, run an appetizer out to them. Run something out to them. So hospitality and the good vibes, or whatever you want to call it, continues.
Yeah. So, and even to kind of expand that is what if you're handing out bubbles?
Mm-hmm.
You know, bubbles goes really good with like a really buttery truffle popcorn, right? Or something fun like that, or even some really good French fries with Parmesan cheese on them, or something like that. Have that item queued up to where you can pacify people in stages. So you give them champagne, maybe 5-10 minutes later, you bring out a little snack, right? Yeah. That costs nothing to do, and it's no taxing on the kitchen. The busboys or busgirls could get it, servers could, whatever. Your host could get it, dig it out, come out and serve it to them. Well, hell, you gave me a glass of champagne. 5 minutes later, you give me a snack. I'm in zero hurry right now. I'm taking pictures. I'm having fun. Everything's good. You've bought all the time you need.
I'm not hangry.
Thank you. Those commercials are great, by the way. The Snickers commercials, they're hilarious every time.
So good.
Yeah. You know, when it comes down to it, like it really comes to the mastermind of the host stand, and I see it so many times, and I don't want to say mismanaged, but that's kind of what it comes down to. We often de-emphasize the importance of the host stand by putting the most inexperienced people out there, and we let them go face to face with the barbarians that are hungry, impatient guests on a cold Cleveland night. Mm-hmm. We got to change that, right?
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, we walk into it every day. We know what's going to happen, and we don't look for ways around it. But dust off your equipment from last year. You got to heat a tent. You got to heat a patio. Do something, right? Yeah. Or block off a little piece of your bar. Buy yourself some time. Increase the likelihood of your success, and increase your hospitality. Increase your repeat business. Increase your profitability.
Love it. Anthony, this is awesome.
Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I wish I came up with it, but I didn't.
No. Josh is a pro, putting out great content. Check him out. Very, very good guy.
Yeah, go check him out anywhere you can, because I implore you, if you can pick up his content, then you can make action on it today. He does such a great job. But this is one of his. I stole it from him. Happy to share it with you guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
Awesome. Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah, of course, man.
This is a high quality pod. Thank you, everybody.
Take care. Adios.
Thank you for listening to Restaurantopia. The gratitude that we have for each and every one of you spending your precious time to listen to this podcast is immeasurable. Please make sure to tell a friend about this podcast. And also, if you have any feedback for us, visit us on restaurantopia.com and drop us a line. You can also subscribe on your favorite place to listen to podcasts. Thank you and have a great day.
We also want to thank our sponsor, Hillcrest Food Service. If you are a local independent restaurant and are looking for a distributor who has chef and operational consulting, provides marketing support, does menu reviews, and most importantly, wants you to be successful, reach out to Hillcrest Food Service at hillcrestfoods.com.
Good stuff. Yep, that's a quick hitter.